Hi, I'm Mr. Teddy and welcome back to my channel. I asked you on Twitter and Instagram if you would like to see some different kind of content and you agreed. So let's have a little story time, shall we? It's a more interesting story of mine because I'm pretty boring. But be warned, there are some images that are not very pretty to look at, so be prepared to look away. Also, the story is very long, so this will most definitely be a two-part video. But, like every good story, it starts in a bar. So, now enjoy. It was around February in 2015, and I was in third or fourth semester of university. And we just finished our exams, and like every student does, if you finish your exam, we went to a bar to celebrate. And we were a few drinks in, and one of my friends asked me if I would join them the next day to go bouldering, which is a kind of climbing. And well, I was slightly drunk, so I said, yes, of course, I would love to join you. And yeah, the next of the night was pretty uneventful. Nothing happened that I can remember, at least. And so the next morning, we drove to the climbing hall, and yeah, we paid the entrance fee and went to the locker room to change the shoes. You have to wear special shoes for that. And yeah, till now it was a pretty uneventful day, actually. So yeah, my friends who are regular customers and really more experienced at least than me, showed me those starter wall, which had this catwalk on top. So if you reached the top, you could walk around that, and well, doesn't matter. And yeah, they started. I just followed them, and I can't remember what happened next, but I was almost reaching the top. I was almost going to that catwalk thing, and then I slipped, or I lost my strength, or I don't know what happened there, but I fell. What happens, you know? So I fell and I landed on my foot. And yeah, not the plural, I landed on one foot and twisted my ankle. I was not in very great pain at that moment, because, well, I just twisted my ankle, nothing unusual there. It's like when you slip over the sidewalk and twist your ankle, like that kind of pain. It was not really bad. But I saw the faces of my friends and the expression they made, like, and then I started to look down on my foot and saw that it was not twisted, it was not at the right place anymore, to say the least. You think of it this way, if that's how your foot is normally attached to your leg, it was for me like this way. Yeah, naturally I panicked. Like, pretty bad, actually. Yeah. The day was over for me, and my friends called the medic. What else would you do? Yeah, okay. So I was lying on the ground. What else should I do? I couldn't stand up. I tried to stand up, but if you see that your foot is like this, no, you shouldn't do that. So I told my friends I was living with my parents at that time to call my mom that I would be late today, which is kind of funny, you know, with a injury like that. Yeah. So yeah, medics arrived, like do their usual stuff, ask me on a scale of 1 to 10 how great is the pain. Well, told them, well, it's like 6 or 7, but I'm pretty shocked. I tried the whole time not to look down so I wouldn't pass out. Because I had the feeling if I would look down again, I would be blanked out. The day was, I would be pretty just away. I know, I'm a tough guy, I know. So they were checking my foot and go with the finger on the back of my foot and touch my toes, asked me if I could still feel anything. And fortunately I did. And then they told me they had to readjust the foot to its first position, like the normal position. And I, that they had to put me to sleep, otherwise it would be a not very great experience, as you can imagine. So they put the medication to me, and as I was slowly drifting away, like really slowly drifting away, they started to readjust my foot. And I was not fully passed out yet, so I started screaming like a madman, like it hurt really, really bad. And all I can remember is hearing one of the medics or the doctors saying, "Fuck, he's still awake. Put him out, put him out, put him out." Yeah, and well, it makes you wonder if if they really are suited for the job. They did a pretty good job, to be fair, but you know, asking if was still awake was probably the better way. And yeah, don't know what happened next. I'm a very heavy boy, like, I'm pretty open about that. And I still wonder how they got me out of that climbing hall, because huge respect to the people who had to carry me to the ambulance. The next thing I remember is like not really waking up, but I was in a like semi woke up state, and I was in the prep room for X-ray and stuff. And I remember the friend who drove with me in the ambulance was using my cell phone, and because my brother called, because I told them that they had to call my mother, and she naturally called my brother, like, family stuff and that. And all I remember is he was talking to my brother, and I was just saying, I was pretty high on that medicine still. Hey, that's my phone, like that. And yeah, the rest was pretty blurry for me, actually. I can't remember what happened next. I was prepared for X-ray. I was going to the operating room because they had apparently to operate on my ankle. It turns out that there were two major injuries. If you have one of these, it's still pretty bad. If you have two of those, you fucked up. You just fucked up. And yeah, the first was obviously that the bone of my ankle joint not cracked, it just, you could say it exploded. It's had to be reinforced with thousands of screws. If I remember, I put a X-ray on. Unfortunately I don't have much of the X-rays. I looked through them, and the one before the operation, you can't just identify what's on there. I can't even say if something is wrong. But I put the one after the operation on, because you see how fucked up it was. And yeah, I had a lot of screws. I still have them. I will put a picture with this on the screen if I remember. And yeah, also some of the hooks, I still have them. I don't know why I still have them actually. I'm just a hoarder. Yeah, the second major injury is because of the impact and my weight. As I told you, I'm a very heavy boy. The muscle tissue all around my foot was squeezed. It was bruised. It was not in a great shape. I remember I had one patient on my room who had just that injury and had to wear a cast. He had not any broken bone, but he had this sort of injury. So, as I told you, if you have both, you fucked up. So, according to the timestamps I have from the X-rays, I was around 6. I was in the operation room for around 6 to 7 hours. It checks out. I remember we were climbing like at 11 a.m. and I was brought to my hospital room at around 8 p.m. So yeah, I spent the whole day in hospital. And as I woke up in the recovery room, like the nurse that looks after the patients after they have been operated on, asked me if I still know who I am and what happened. Gladly I did, I can say that. But still very high on medication, and I had a very sore throat from the breathing gear you had they put on me to like let me breathe while I was not there. I had a pretty sore throat, and I asked the nurse if I could stand up and get some water. And I remember she just chuckled and said, "Well, if you would look down, would you, and answer for yourself?" And there was this fixator, like this thing out of linkages and screws everywhere. Yeah, it was not very pretty to look at, but you have to take it with humor, so I just said, "Oh, wow, well, at least I can carry 3 bags at once now." Yeah. Then I was brought to my room, and yeah, was hospitalized like you would be. and I had this fixator. I have still one of the screws, again, because I'm a hoarder. I will put a picture of, but be warned, they're not very great to look at. So I had, the fixator was made with this kind of screws. And you have to imagine it was put till about here, right into my leg. It was screwed right into my leg, basically. Yeah. I could tell many stories what happened in the hospital, but let's keep it short. And we can maybe do another one of these in the future if you would like them. Just tell me in the comments.